Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to show you a quick tutorial on how you can get this film look and use a variety of our film assets. It's really easy to use all the different assets that we have in a myriad of ways to get all different types of film looks, whether it's straight 8mm or 16mm with some film burns, or the 35mm. But this replicating look you see here, where it looks like you would get the film overscan back, where you see the clip coming in at the top and the bottom. You can do that with our products, and it's pretty easy. I'm going to show you really quickly how to do that by first stripping away the layers. So I have a black solid on the left and the right now, and if I get rid of those two right now, you can see kind of the overlay here of our 16mm scan. You can also see the 35mm film mat here. That's in our film mat pack. If I take that away, you'll see that there. Normally it's stretched out across the whole image, but with any of our film mats and various assets or anything inside of Premiere, it's very easy to change the scale by just coming in here and de-clicking this uniform scale. So there you can see, if clicked, it fills out the whole frame. And if I de-click that, I can adjust just the height, I can adjust just the width. But in this instance, right, I wanted it to just fit the whole frame here and cut out the side. And then when I brought back in these black solids, it edges those out. And so that's how we get kind of this square aspect ratio here. So let me continue to move forward, get rid of those assets, and then you can see below here this 16mm film texture, which is this right here. Hold on, let me find it. So this open gate. So this is not a matte, it is just the film overscan of 16mm film that we actually shot and then had scanned in, so you can see all the perforations, details, and the grain moving. I brought that in right here, which would normally look like this if you were to bring it in. Let me take the size down. So you can see there it is right there, right? So all I did was simply change the blend mode from normal to overlay so that we see it over the footage, right? And then because we see all these edges and whatnot here, that's when I brought in these other layers, bring in the 35mm film mat, then the black solid, the other black solid, and boom. Now let's keep deconstructing this here as we take away that film mat. You can see I have 3 clips. I have a top clip, the middle clip, and the bottom clip here. So I took this clip and I duplicated it twice. Just option, drag forward, option, drag forward. And so that gives me this look of this replicating image, right? So all that I simply did is take the 16mm and I laid it over top with the blend mode overlay. So here it is, dragged it over, went to blend mode. The best blend modes for anything film grain related is always overlay and soft light. So overlay, and then I simply lined up these clips, right? So it fits right in that black line. So take the top one, line it right up on that black line. Took the bottom clip. Oops, that's the middle clip there. So that's gonna be our keyframe. And then this bottom clip, I lined it right up again on that black line. Boom. So now the image is replicating. You have it meeting at those lines there. And then all we do is bring back in those layers. And next thing you know, we have the replicating film. So there's countless ways that you can maneuver and adjust all these different layers and textures. You can see here a variety of film burns that we have added, that I have added here. So here's like a really cool film burn. We got film burns right now over this clip here. You can see it coming in and out. And again, with all this, I also have a 16mm film texture here. So you can see the film grain. Just always adding a little something extra. So I do have that in here as well, laying over the clips so that as I'm, giving more texture to a project right here. So here's with the blend mode on, and you stack it on top of your clip, right? So it's stacked over this clip here. These are my clips. So I just dragged in the 16mm film, laid it over top, come into the effects, and I'm going to overlay. And that gives me extra texture in the image that I want to have otherwise. You can see here, if I were to zoom in, if I take that away, see how it loses all that texture? So this just really adds a lot of texture to add to that film look. Again, everything that we do, here's some more film burns, but they work in any software. And you can see a quick sample here. This is from a promo video. But yeah, you just drag, drop, you size it up how you want it. You can play with all the different textures in countless ways. For example, if I were to get rid of this film matte and these layers right here, you can see this 8mm film burn. So there's some grain. Then you have an 8mm kind of overlay here that, again, just used overlay. And then when I bring back in those layers such as the film matte and the black edges, you get a cool look. And I can adjust this even more. I could take this and drag this. If I got rid of these really quick, if I were to take this and drag this out, oops, sorry, wrong button. If I were to pass the little sprocket hole there, go to there, and then I wanted to drag back in my black solids, we'll move it to the edge, bring back in the next black solid, bring this one to the bottom there, same thing, just bringing the others, block out those, then we'll go all the way to the edge again, and boom, now we have another really unique look. So there's so many different ways you can utilize all these different film burns, textures, and assets. We really got these all shot on film by us and got everything digitally scanned in and mastered so that you guys can use in a variety of ways to get a bunch of cool different film looks, textures, and really add some new texture to your different projects and go for a mixed medium look. But yeah, I mean, that's as quickly as I could, a quick glance at a tutorial on how to get that kind of replicating footage shot that you would get if you actually got a full film overscan back. And just so you can see the reference real quick, I'm gonna actually pull up some actual film footage here. So we shot this on 16mm film in Hawaii, and if you'll notice, see how you have the full overscan. This is the full overscan, and you can see the next clip coming in. So that is how film, if you get it back, will actually look. These are your different frames playing all the way through. So actually this is LA, I said Hawaii, but yeah, so here's some stock footage of we shot in a helicopter downtown LA. You can see the clips on the top and bottom. So that is kind of an easy way to get this look in Premiere. Again, works in any software. So hopefully this helps and shows you guys all the different ways you can utilize these assets and really maneuver them and finesse them how you need for your next project. All right, thanks guys.